Hi, folks. Just a little update on things. Uh, s- I've been getting a lot of new subscribers. Just going to keep, people up to date. So in case you didn't know, I've been challenged to a fight by a guy named Jon Duvall. Incredibly mature. Yeah. This guy's been harassing me, stalking me, trying to do his best to make my life miserable for over a decade. It's not too stable. Last January 2nd, he basically set up a challenged me, and I set the rules. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going out of my way for anything because this has happened before and nobody ever shows up. And I set the rules, and he posted videos saying, okay, he agrees to the time and place and the rules and all that. And then he kind of went silent. I mean, he's been silent for the last few weeks. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing up. I can't point you to anything saying he's backing out, because there's nothing online saying he's backing out. I can't even point to you anything by him about him issuing a challenge. He's trying to pretend it doesn't happen. Now, if you look on another channel that I got, Bad Budo, and I've got one here, you can see the video of him. I saved it, of him challenging me, and then of saying that he's ready to go at it. Uh, but right now, if you looked at his stuff, his channel is called Kilts and Handpans. Nothing. He set up, but it looks like there's something that he's going to try. Okay, just to set this up, I frequently will wake up at like 7 o'clock Mountain Time, because I live at the base of the Rocky Mountains. He's in Illinois, which is like an hour or 2 hours away, different times. Anyway, so I wake up at 7 o'clock, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning my time. There's a something from YouTube saying such and such mentioned you in a comment. One of his accounts. Kilts and handpans, or no content. He had no content, and I mean, this guy has spent hundreds of hours doing this type of thing. But there'll be a notice, in my notification saying such and such mentioned you in a comment, or such and such tagged you in a video, whatever. And by the time I wake up here in Colorado, it's been taken down. I get the notification, but the original comment or video or whatever has been taken down. He's up at like 3 o'clock in the morning making these videos and deleting them before I wake up. So when I say that I really worry about the children in his life, I'm serious. I mean, this is not stable behavior. I've had people that work as clinical psychologists in prison say this guy should not be around children, period. I mean, he should not be around, he's not. The psychological profile basically is that it's very low chance that he would actually try to do something if he could get hurt and I could hurt him. But children is another thing. Okay, that's a danger. And in fact, I'll just put this right out. I've seen this guy. I've watched him as he's come after me for years. He's so desirous of fame and recognition. I honestly believe that if Jeffrey Epstein was still alive, if he had gone to Jon Duvall and said, John, I can make you famous, I can make everyone in the world know what you are, just do right by me, Jon Duvall would turn to his daughter and say, honey, I need to go do you to go with a nice man and do whatever he says. I honestly think that would have happened. Um, yeah, obviously not a stable guy. But again, as I said, right now, as of this time, I can't point to anything that he even mentioned a fight. But I do have the screenshot. I'm going to use it as a thumbnail for the video. But just let me read it for you, okay? This is, again, it's been taken down already. It's by an account that he set up called No Content. That account's gone too. Um, I knew it at Tantajutsu, of course, doesn't want to meet without a stick to defend himself. However, he's going to give me a stick too. So let me get this straight. He wants to have a stick match with no protective gear. IDK. Man, that's a bit ridiculous, but I'll consider it. Don's got the demand of challenge. Demand of challenge? I mean, he already gets to choose a time and place. What makes him able to add sticks to the mix? Question mark. Not sure that this guy's ever been in a proper spar, let alone a match. This is practically a drama for him to post about on Facebook, where he hides from the present and clings to his trolls and pats on the back. Oh well, let's see where he goes with this next. Let's see if he will meet me in an MA match or pass and accept he's just a bored ninja dork. What he needs to do is remove all the lies and blogs about me because they are just that, lies, and the lies is all in caps. Okay, I'm just going to point this out. He already accepted the rules. He already accepted everything. But I do suspect that, come July, when I set the match, he's going to come back and say, okay, well, we're going to do this way, or we're not going to do this at all. He's going to do something that basically, like try to make me look like I'm pulling out rather than him pulling out because, he doesn't want to look bad. As I said, very, very concerned about fame and recognition. But yeah, but I set the rules, and he accepted them. And the reason why I set up Dog Brother rules, you can look up Dog Brother rules, is that, well, first of all, this guy made fun of my wife dying of cancer. He has tried to explode my mailbox with spam. He has tried to get me fired. He has tried to accuse me and defame me. Yeah, he's getting a paddle, and it's not going to be nice. I mean, I'm not picking rules that we can just walk away without bruises. This is going to hurt the loser, and I don't plan on being the loser. And I think by now he's starting to realize he can't win against me. Another reason is basically what I expect him to do is basically want to change the rules so that youth and strength are the primary factors. And for months now, I bet he's been roiding up, just hitting the steroids and all that, and trying to really get pumped up to do this, rather than a matter of skill. And if it's a matter of skill, I win. Period. End of story. But if it's a matter of conditioning, well, maybe he's much younger than me. To be honest, I'm pretty damn close to Mike Tyson's age. Okay, and if July 20th, Mike Tyson is meeting Jake Paul. Tyson is 57, Jake Paul is 27, 3 decades difference. The only reason why people are thinking that Jake Paul has a chance is because he's younger. Mike has the experience, but he's 57. Okay, and as I said, I'm pretty damn close to that age. And Jon Duvall probably knows this, and is right now pumping out as many push-ups as he can, and he's going to have a rule that I can't use a tool that I train with. And he's been training only in the stuff that he's going to try to demand the rules for. That's what I expect. Um, you know, when you train for self-defense, you have to be much wider, okay? If I'm going down an alley and I see three guys behind me and I see a pipe, I'm picking up that pipe and I know how to use that pipe, okay? I spend, one of my teachers in Japan basically had 90-minute classes. The first hour was taijutsu, unarmed art, and then the last half hour was weapons. That's how I run my class. 1/3 of my teaching is weapons. 1/3 of my training is weapons. What I do is I basically have a soundtrack from like an hour and 20 minutes to an hour and a half, and every song I do a different technique. I do 2 unarmed techniques. I do 1 armed technique. Repeat until the time's up. Every day, an hour, 20 minutes to an hour and a half. Comes to about 10 hours a week. Not much training, but yeah. So I'm, if somebody could concentrate only on certain rules and take certain things off, they might have an advantage, especially if they're younger and the rules favor youth and strength. I mean, this is not the first time. I had one guy, some idiot, whatever, challenged me to a fight, tried to set the rules. First rule he said was no hair pulling. Guess what? His hairs are like down here. I'm like, nah, we're doing this. And again, he accepted my rules. Then he just disappeared. Another guy, friend of Jon Duvall, named Adam McKinley, same thing. Challenged me to a fight. I set the rules. He said, "Great, I'll use a baseball bat." I'm saying, "Okay, fine." And he and John made an excuse not to show up. Yes. So I fully expect that, John will try to change the rules at the last minute to something that he's been preparing for. He can also do other things. Now that I've called him out, he might come up with another excuse. What are your thoughts? I mean, in the comments section, put down some excuse or some reason that he'll say that he won't be showing up, or try to change things. The more, just try to cover all the bases so that, when he does this, we can point back, oh, this person already said that you would try this, okay? As it is, he challenged me, I accepted, I set the rules, he accepted the rules, and if he pulls out, if he does not show up, and he does not do things as he agreed, he loses. He loses to me. Lost by default. But yes, I don't expect him to show up, and I'm not really going out of my way. I train anyways, and that weekend I set it up because there's an event right around the corner that I always go to. I'm really looking forward to it all weekend long, barbecue. But you know, again, in the comment section, come up with what excuse you think Jon Duvall will try to use to get out of the fight or change things so that he actually has a chance. One that does not require skill. Maybe who can basically pick up girls better. I don't know. I'd probably still win that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he looks like Gonzo from the Muppet Show. Anyways, that's that, and we will shall see. The fight is set for July 21st, 10 a.m. Meet at Castle Park in Castle Rock. That's where we meet. We'll move to an area. I've got a location set up, that it won't cost me if it's not used. But we shall see. Anyways, bye.